Tanakuchi.
The Tama Hills are disappearing.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Anime Summit Podcast. It's your favorite ho for show, Sam, the bomb of the bombs and the Mushroom Kingdom. And with me, I got Nick of the jungle.
Nick of the... Oh, am I
Like
Brandon Fraser now? Am I fucking
Fucking
Brandon Fraser, dude?
Fucking ruined it.
I'll take that, actually. I'll take young Brandon Fraser before the divorce and his life got ruined.
Before he lost all his money, yeah.
Yeah, before he got totally
R.I.P.
ruined.
the Dream.
Anyway.
And Kwoka.
Yeah. That was sad. Jesus.
And Kwoka of South Korea in the Gangnam District.
Third time's a charm.
And Mac.
What is that even?
Mac of the Hamburger Shack with the Attack.
Maybe 4 or 5 times. We'll see. We'll see how this goes.
Maybe 4 or 5 times. We'll see what happens. Okay. Listen, it's a new week. We've all had a chance to calm down, chom down. All right. And before Nick gets into the news, I got a piece of news. Me and Cole got a piece of news. The Nexus Challenge for Blizzard's Heroes of the Storm. New Nexus Challenge. And actually, when you hear this, it'll be week 2. So they're going to be offering a Diva skin.
Police Officer Diva.
Police Officer Diva for Overwatch. So you play...
She got light bars on her mech, son.
So you play 5 games with a homie. It could be versus AI or versus someone else. It don't matter. You don't have to win. You just have to play 5 games. And then they give you link your games together, and they give you the skin in Overwatch. Which I did the last time, and they gave you a cool Oni Genji skin, which they're offering right now. So by the time you listen to this, that week will be over. But me and Koka are going to play a little bit, you know. So you should hop on that.
Do you want to give them your Steam ID?
Oh, my
Not
Battle.net?
Steam
Yeah,
ID,
here's
Battle.net.
Heroes of the Storm is free, by the way. It's not like...
Yeah.
So it's...
It's like Blizzard's MOBA that has characters from their other properties like StarCraft and Warcraft and Overwatch and Diablo.
And what's cool about this new Nexus Challenge is that they put new characters in it. So now Genji and Diva are playable characters in Heroes of the
Diva
Storm.
too?
I think so, yes.
I
Because the
only
new
saw
cinematic...
Genji.
No, the new cinematic, there was a new cinematic that came out. It was super badass.
Yeah, but I don't think they added Diva.
Really? I thought...
They
then
might
why was
have
she in it?
intent to do it later.
Oh,
like they
maybe.
did the
Okay, you're
Genji
probably right.
thing earlier.
But in addition to Tracer and Zarya in Heroes of the Storm, now there's Genji. So my Battle.net is Phantasma XIII, and then the number is 1195. Phantasma XIII 1195. So hit a brother up, friend me. Oh, I'll put it on Discord too. I'll put it in the show notes. We'll put it in the show notes. Battle.net IDs. Bam.
Yeah, I don't know what mine is. I need to figure it out.
We'll put it in the show notes. But anyway, Nick's got news, and I want to hear this. I want to hear the news.
Yeah. So...
Tell me.
Let me scroll over here, baby.
Tell me to my face.
All right, Sam, get your face real close to my balls. Because I'm going to slap you.
And sniff deeply. What's it smell
I'm
like,
going to
Sam?
slap you with a court order. I don't know.
Here's
I don't fucking know where I'm going with this.
a
Basically,
subpoena from my
Does
dick.
it smell like tuna?
so this Dutch
Smells like tuna.
You guys are nasty.
Speaking of tuna, I don't know. I don't think they have tuna in Dutchland. Deutschland is not Dutch. Anyway, yeah. So this Dutch court ruled that fan subs are illegal for them,
That's
which
so
is
dumb.
fucking stupid.
That's really dumb.
To be clear, it's not even like the work being distributed with the fan dub. It's literally just having the fan dub or fan sub file.
Oh, so it's like, okay.
So it's not even like they're just saying like, hey, you can't distribute the whole show with new subs. It's even just the...
Yeah, but it's almost kind of like downloading music. Like, who's gonna know? You know, like...
Oh, you mean so you can't even have it?
Like,
so,
I
wait, what?
understand.
Say that again, Quokka.
No.
What you got to elaborate that.
I was reading it to figure out. It's actually like, so you can have a sub file that's separate from a video that then you link. So at first when I'm reading it, it's like, well, it kind of makes sense. You can't just distribute the whole show and slap new subs on it and think that that's, you know, somehow gets around the fact that you're distributing the show. But this
Yeah.
is even like
But
just to
so
distribute
what?
the fan sub file that you would then attach to the video that you have from some other possibly legal source. You can't even do that.
That sounds like a really weird.
I still don't understand what you mean by that. So it's like you.
So you have the subs in a file and you have the
I am.
video in a file. Nick, do you understand how this works?
Yeah. You have the subs in a file and the video in a file.
Yeah.
So you can't
this
have
doesn't.
either one, or you can't have the fan sub file. Or
You
no,
can't
you
have
can
a fan sub file.
Okay, you can't have a fan
What?
sub
You
file.
can't
How
have
are
a
you
fan
confused?
sub
I've
file.
said this like 6 times the same way.
But you can have the video file.
You can't
No,
have a
well, the-
$5 footlong when they're not $5.
the video is
true.
already illegal from other things entirely.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
well-
yeah, so it doesn't even matter.
I mean, anime would be
That's
dead
not
without
new.
this stuff
That's not
anyway.
new.
yeah, right.
Fan subs
right.
are the reason that anime fandom exists. Like, it'd be done. We'd have nothing if they didn't have fan subs back in the day. Of course, now we don't need them as much because we got official means, but a lot
Right.
of the official subs suck ass. So
By the way, nobody
we
here
still
at
need
Anime-
fan subs.
Nobody
But
here
also
at Anime
most
Summit advocates
people
downloading
that
everything illegally.
even say
I
that
do.
use horrible
Some I do,
subs,
by the
which
way.
is
No,
just
we don't- we're
ripped
not telling you to do
official
that.
subs.
Well, here's the thing. I do, but I'm not going to tell people how to do it. Like, they got to figure that shit out. I'm just saying, like, I'm not going to tell you to do it, but
So,
I think it's a
Nick-
necessary part.
Nick, who's your favorite fan sub?
Dude, I don't even have one because, like, here's the thing. I wasn't when fan subs were like super big back in the early 2000s and stuff. Like, that's kind of when I was like, I only watched a couple of things, and I didn't get back into it until after like 2013 or 2014. So I didn't really get into the fan subbing a lot. But I like I don't have like names. I know there's like Kami and a bunch of other ones, but my
like
favorite thing
Cool
is when they
Girls.
take which one?
Coal Girls.
Cool Girls,
Coal Girls.
Coal Girls.
Yeah.
Are they the ones who do like the letters that just fucking like jump around the screen and like
No,
circle
that's
the whole
Kami.
thing?
Kami does all the stupid shit.
Oh,
and that's
I
why
love
I don't
that.
like
I
it.
love that. I
Like they do
so-
good translations,
man.
but they do too much stupid shit with the typefacing that I hate.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll tell you who my favorite
Or
fan
typesetting.
sub people were before they decided to just randomly drop Ninku, the whatever they're called. I think they did a lot of Naruto stuff, Date Bayo or whatever, because that's what he says. Date Bayo, believe it. Believe it.
That's
But,
sounds
anyway.
mating ritual.
They did, yeah. Believe it.
Like I just like I
Trisha
get
just
what
drops her
Kami
clothes.
does and stuff, where they put like typefacing into or typesetting like around, and they sometimes have it react to the things going on. I don't like that. I like my subs to be always in the exact same place.
Right.
I like him to like
The most
bracket
that I
the
will
boobs,
accept
dude.
is when they change the outline color to represent different characters. That's the most I'll accept in creative typesetting.
I don't
Right.
have a.
or when they have the translators notes that are like covering the whole page.
That, I'm fine with that.
Oh man.
But anyway, what's the next piece of news you got there, Nick?
The next piece ass, dude. Kimono Friends. I'm gonna call it, instead of piece of news from now on, I'm gonna call it piece of ass because it's funny to me. But Kimono Friends sells 120,000 units already, and they're literally saving Japanese zoos right now.
This was Nick's show
Dude.
last season.
This wasn't my show, Sam. This is the world show. All right,
Oh my god.
and you need to put a little fucking respect
no.
on this show that was made by 10 people chained in a basement with cardboard box as their roof. That's how they made the show.
How are they
and
in
they
a
had to walk
basement?
uphill
How are
both
they in a
ways.
basement if they have a cardboard box as a roof?
Well,
Think
it's
about
a
the
pit.
logistics.
It's more of a pit.
You said basement.
Yeah, it's a basement.
Yeah, so
I mean, there's
underground with a
a
cardboard roof.
tornado. Dude, a fucking Titan walked over Japan, and they don't got the house anymore, but they still got the basement. So,
So
Anyway,
kimono
yeah.
friends,
dude, Kimono Friends.
I have
basically
no
is killing it
strong
right now.
feelings one way or the other.
Hey, it doesn't matter, dude. Saving zoos, and they sell. I think they're like up there with some of the highest selling anime of recent memory. So, woo.
All right, what else? you
Check it
got?
out if you haven't yet. That's basically it. Like Crunchyroll has a bunch more stuff now. They got like
Okay.
Helsing they just got. I think they got like Devil's a Part-Timer, a bunch of stuff. So Crunchyroll's doing
I didn't
more
even.
stuff.
I didn't even say what we were talking about this episode. We're doing another Studio Ghibli episode. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
God
right.
damn it.
We were
Yeah.
supposed
Shit,
to watch
my bad.
movies. Oh, fuck.
Damn it,
Ghibli
cool,
number what, 3?
number 3. Our
So
third Ghibli episode.
Movies 6 through
San.
9.
Yes.
Or no, 7 through 9. Sorry, 7 through 9. I had to count on my fingers. I'm like, which one?
7.
Well, not counting Nausicaa and Lupin. We haven't, because they're like technically
They were pre-Ghibli.
It's like the same staff, but it's like
Pre-giblets.
some of the same.
They were before the
Pre-giblets.
giblets.
So today we'll be talking about Poko, Whisper of the Heart, and Princess Mononoke.
I'm going to have to stop you right there. It's actually Whisper of the Fart.
Whisper of the Fart.
Nice.
No,
You ever
it's
play
Anthem of the Fart.
Take
that
a drink,
new-
everyone.
That new VR game, Sword Fart Online. It's great.
Good one, Sam.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's do waifu before I
Dude,
start with
waifu of the
Poko.
week, the Arlen Robotics Service Droid 1.0. There we go.
What?
No.
Clearly,
Waifu of the week is
The hair is so
Son.
lifelike.
Waifu of the week is probably Shizuku
Son.
from Whisper of the Fart.
No, son.
No, Son
No,
from-
dude, it's fucking Mononoke. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Man.
Son
Yeah,
from
Son.
Mononoke.
Man, I don't
It's
know.
definitely
I
Son.
don't know, man. It's just something about a girl aspiring to be a writer.
All right. No.
All right. So what are we doing? You guys
Miss
ready to
Princess
guess
fucking
here?
Obviously,
Mononoke,
son.
Do-
Okay, all right. Son from Princess Mononoke.
Do
is
sand. Do
waifu.
sand. That's okay.
Tweet
God
us
damn it.
pictures.
You know what I
at
hate
Anime
about
Summit.
Princess Mononoke? There's another show called Mononoke.
This is
Fuck
Mononoke Hime.
So yeah, best girl of the week is San.
Tweet us pictures of her at Anime Summit.
Son.
Exactly,
And
San.
Do what you do. Do what you do. Do what you do.
She
do what
drinks
you do.
blood and she spits it at you.
Well, she was sucking
That's
the
hot.
poison.
And her
out.
name is San.
It's hot.
Okay.
She hates
agile.
sand. It's coarse and grainy.
Yeah, Madaka Majaka, we get it. Okay, yeah, let's move on.
What does
Move on
Anakin
with
say?
your
He's
life.
Madorno Buongiorno. Is
like,
my
I can't believe
favorite
it's not
show.
butter.
I can't believe it's not medulla oblongata.
Omelette du fromage.
You're killing it,
All
Sam.
right, all right. Sorry, all right. Madaka Majaka. Sorry. Let's get into it. Yeah. So we did.
Chronologically.
We're doing this in release order. I think we've said that a million times before already. But yeah.
So
the
starting in
last one-
1993?
Starting in 1994.
Foe.
Still. All right. After
Poko,
1992's
bitch.
After 1992's Porco Rosso, we have 1994's Poko, which I will take the pleasure of talking about because it's probably me and Trish's favorite Giblets movie.
Them Tanuki
It's-
sacks.
That's
no,
crazy,
no,
dude.
dude. It's got them. It's
Nuki
got them
pouches.
Japanese trash pandas.
Let's Sam talk about the ball sacks,
Japanese
guys. Come
trash
on.
pandas.
Dude, the ball sacks is like one of the best parts of that movie. Shut up. You
What are the
shut-
ball
Tanuki
sacks,
pouches.
They're the Tanuki pouches, bro. Listen, 1994, Poko. The Japanese name is Heisei Tanuki Gassen Pompoko. Directed by
Just
Yoshifumi Kando. Screenwritten by Miyazaki.
No, it's by Takahata, isn't it?
Oh, I'm reading the wrong thing. I'm reading Whisper of
Dude,
the
it's Sao
Fart.
Takahata, the other
Directed
Ghibli
and
dude.
director and written by Isao Takahata. Produced by Toshio Suzuki. Music by Shang Shang Typhoon.
Is that
I don't
real,
know.
or are you making that up?
No, that's his name. Shang Shang Typhoon is a Japanese band of the 1980s and 90s.
Get wrecked.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they do like a blend of they do like a Okinawan folk fusion, some shit. Yeah, it's badass. Anyway, listen, Poko, dude. This is one of those Ghibli movies where there's a clear message, a pretty blatantly clear message.
Yeah, it's real.
Yeah,
cool.
it's pretty there. Yeah, it's pretty much there. It's which is kind of the theme for tonight's Ghibli episode, I guess, because you could say Mononoke is the same, but
And Whisper of the Heart.
and Whisper of the Fart.
Well, Princess Mononoke's got a little more.
A little more,
lot
but
more.
this is
A lot
yeah.
better.
Princess
So
Mononoke's
much better
got
than the other one.
Princess Mononoke's got more plot driven things in it than Poko does.
No, Sam.
On top.
Poko has more plot
On top
because
of
it's
his message.
balls.
Pompoko's
Okay.
got lots of plot.
Lots
Okay,
of plot, dude.
no, okay. Anyways, shut
Lots
up.
of
So
A
anyways,
balls.
ball plot.
there's a very blatant message about the environment here and whatever,
nut
the
sacks.
progression of and the oh my god and the
Wait.
progression of
Mac, I think Studio Nut started from Poko.
oh my fucking god.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
Fuka
I mean, these Tanikuchi are like, hey yo, let me just bust a nut. Ooh.
Tanukis, not Tanakuchis.
Tanakuchi.
The
Tanakuchis.
Tama Hills are disappearing.
Shut up. God, you fucking
I'm gonna
assholes.
Tana your
All right.
coochie, know what I'm saying?
Oh, fucking God.
Ugh.
I'm gonna tell me your heels, son.
So the story begins in the late 1960s, where a group of raccoons are threatened by gigantic
Tanuki,
suburban
the raccoon
developments.
dogs.
Yeah, tanuki. They're fucking.
In the English, they just call them raccoons
Yeah,
because a raccoon dog.
They're Japanese
weird
trash
name for
pandas,
something.
okay?
Yeah.
They're Japanese
they're
trash
tanukis.
pandas.
Are they just
Japanese
literally
trash
raccoons?
No, they're different.
Tanuki,
No,
which
they're
are
tanuki.
raccoon
Actually, they do have
dogs.
really big balls. I don't know if raccoons' balls are that big.
Well, also just look at their shape. They don't
Let's look it up.
at all like raccoons.
Yeah, they're like badger raccoons.
I guess, yeah, they kind of look, yeah. You're right.
Anyway, so they're starting this new suburban development project called New Tama on the Tama Hills on the outskirts of Tokyo, and the Tama Hills is this big
Saitama?
forest hill thing that all the raccoons live on, and when they are cutting the forest down and stuff, they're trying to like survive, with all the when you take away the forest, you're taking away their food, their crops.
Well, the
quote
people
unquote.
are doing urban development and shit.
Yeah. So, anyway,
They transform in that world.
then it fast forwards to the 1990s where it's the shit's starting, and they're kind of divided on what to do. There's a resistance where they want to try and fight the humans, the Tanukis, and then there's the other half of the Tanukis where they're like, well, let's just try doing this. Let's do that. They try resorting to doing different things. So these Tanuki, though, they transform. They're like the old folklore, They
They're like
transform.
foxes,
Yeah, like foxes transform and shit too. But
if you didn't know.
they transform and they can do things with they can transform parts of their bodies. And the reason why the other three assholes are giving me shit about the ball sack thing is because they use their balls, they call them raccoon pouches, as a tool of transformation. Like there's a part where they're all sitting on a big red rug while the old man, Oroku, is like teaching them shit. And he's like, hi, you guys didn't know you're all sitting on my balls. He's like, you guys got to utilize every part of your body. Like, you got to
See, the one thing I wondered right there is, doesn't that hurt? Or is he so old
No,
that his
dude.
testicles have turned into dust?
Dude, old people have no nerves. They can't feel.
Dude, it don't hurt because it's raccoon pouches. That's all you need to know.
But it's a nutsack.
Don't matter.
It's got his nerds in there.
Balls!
Well, mostly, if you didn't know anything about ball sacks, it's concussive force that tends to cause pain as opposed to simple pressure.
I don't know, man. Pressure hurts too.
Obviously.
Yeah, but it's the concussive force is like the big
I would
thing.
say that people sitting on your nuts would hurt.
But also, it's not on the nuts, it's on the sack.
It's on the
Yeah,
sack.
the sack doesn't hurt,
How
dude.
do
You
you
can
know?
pinch the
How do you know
sack.
one of his nerds didn't make it somewhere in there? What if his nerds just kind of extended out in proportion to
think
the
maybe
ball
he
He
sacks?
gathered them up in his hands beforehand,
Yeah, okay. Anyway, you guys are... Okay, shut up. We're not talking about balls no more. Move on
He
from
held
the
them up
balls.
close to his bosom
Oh, my fucking God.
and stretched the skin
balls.
all the way across the room.
Anyway,
That's what happened.
so the whole movie, it's a pretty long movie, actually. It's like about 2 hours.
It is literally
And
1
all
minute
these
shy of
movies-
2 hours.
Yeah, and anyway, that's all I'm gonna say about it. There's really nothing else to say. It's just these raccoons trying to fight back
Pretty
and
simple.
and live and try and survive as the new Tama Hills development, comes through.
Yeah.
There's a point where they try and turn into humans to get real jobs and to get money. I don't know.
Oh,
why,
only some
you
of
know?
them can transform.
Well, part of
into
it
humans,
was
though.
for training.
Oh yeah, that's
It
right.
wasn't
There's
really like that. I mean, towards the end and how they resolve things, but
there's
the
a
basic
time where
message
they,
of the movie is just like, hey, as you're doing development, you need to be considerate of the animals that exist on the land that you're taking over.
yeah. It's a kind of an environmentally thing, whatever. And then
It's not necessarily that you shouldn't develop at all, but that you need to be environmentally conscious as you do so.
right. So anyway, why I love this film and why I wanted to talk about it was because I just think, I don't know, dude, the way they draw, because one of the forms that raccoons take is like a real looking, they draw it like a real looking raccoon, and then there's a form where
Tanuki.
they
Tanakuchi.
and then there's a form where they stand on both legs and they're a little more like chibi looking and animated, and it's just super adorable.
And then they have a
like-
super stupid looking one that looks like a Shin-Chan.
Yeah, like if one gets hit on the head or something, they get all goofy and like it's all one colored and these big weird eyes and it looks funny.
That's cool because like in one of the opening scenes, you see these Tanuki, like super real looking Tanukis gathered up on the hills. They start running towards each other and they like stand up and get all like cartoony looking Hanna-Barbera style, and then they like puff out armor and swords and stuff.
Yeah, they transform some of their fur into armor and they fight each other because a little civil war happens at the beginning between Ganta, which is one of the bigger Tanukis, and another guy because they're like they can't agree on what to do.
And
So
the
they're
old
like
lady
kind
just shows up and sings a song and tells everybody that they're stupid.
Pretty much.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
They're just like, I
Yeah.
don't need your civil war.
Like, while you're fighting, they're still going to take everybody, and then you're going to be king of nothing.
Right. And I actually enjoy the dub. I think the dub is pretty.
That was fun.
I
Okay.
watched the dub. I liked it.
Yeah, I like the dub. And it basically there is main characters, and you learn their names pretty easily. The main character Shokaji is actually played by JTT, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, my dude,
Hey,
Oh,
he
that
went
guy, I remember
to.
him.
He's from my town.
and he is. And J.K. Simmons actually plays Seizaman, which is awesome.
Oh shit, I like J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, J.K. Simmons, that's my guy right there. And
Isn't
then
he's
And
the
I
one
think-
from Whiplash, right? And Legend of Korra and stuff.
I think somebody is
he
played
plays
by
Juno's
the Arbiter
dad
from
in
Halo.
Juno.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's Whiplash, Legend of Korra. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
And,
And
the
he
Arbiter
plays-
from Halo is in there.
And
too.
J. Jonah Jameson in the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. Anyway, listen, there's really not much for me to say. It's just a really adorable movie,
Then
and
shut up.
it's hilarious. You shut up. Why don't you go talk about balls some more?
Yo, so I like balls.
So,
Yeah,
Like,
so
them
I
when they're
like.
the same size and not like two balls of different sizes. That's a little weird. It's okay if one hangs a little bit lower than the other one, but when they're different sizes.
Nah, dude, I got elephantitis of the balls.
Of the
I
nuts.
mean, if they're equal, that's fine.
wait, I got
It
one
should
thing to
be
say that's not nut
different.
related. So,
Okay, please
so
say it. Please say
Pom
it.
Poko.
Please say.
I was watching it. I
Pom
watched
Poko.
the dub of it, right? And
The,
Yeah.
the dub.
I was I had this really conflicted feeling when it started because the narrator's voice came on and it was like, I know this voice. This voice rings deep. I know this. And then I had to go
Yeah.
look up who it was, and it's Maurice LaMarche.
That man's name? Albert Einstein.
The guy, the reason I noticed the voice immediately off the bat is because he's the guy who does the brain from Pinky and the Brain.
Yep.
Ah,
Oh, yeah. Pinky
And I
Brain.
was like, oh my
One is a
god,
genius,
this is
the other's
great.
insane.
Because, no, the voice just, it fits so well as a narrator standpoint.
It does.
It really does. And it's fantastic.
What
are we going to
do today, Brain?
Actually speaking, Worf. Actually
Same as
speaking,
we do
one of
every
the-
day,
the-
Pinky. Try to take
What's
over the world.
interesting about it is one's the genius and one's the insane. But
That's
it
what I
could be
said
Pinky
earlier,
that's
Jesus
genius,
Christ.
while the brain is insane because he keeps trying to do the same thing every night, even though it doesn't.
And
work.
you know what
And
the
that's
definition of insanity
insanity.
is? Exactly.
Okay, I
Being
just want to say a
on
couple
an
more
anime
things before we move on.
podcast.
So,
So
the thing is,
Pinky might be the genius, and he's
God.
just pretending
let's
to
move
be a
on,
normal mouse.
guys.
And
Yeah, I'm trying to say one.
and letting
Animaniacs
the
is
brain,
great.
like,
Just
do
cut all this
things.
off. All right.
Yeah.
Animaniacs is great.
Stupid.
Yes. So the thing too I want to say too is Hayashi, the one of the sage guys that they get from like a different island or whatever. He's like this nerdy guy with glasses, like looking on his fur on his face. So it looks like he's wearing glasses, but he's not. But it's played by Brian Posehn, and Brian Posehn
no, he
looks like.
transforms glasses onto himself.
Oh, does he? I thought they were just like on his fur and his face. I don't remember. Anyway, the guy Brian Posehn looks like him, so it's just kind of funny. And I know that's not like
He's got a big bushy mustache.
I don't know. I know that's not how they drew him or whatever to make him for Brian Posehn, but it was just really hilarious. Anyway, it's a good movie. I think we'll give our ratings at the end, right? Yeah, we'll give them at the end. But anyway, I love it. I love this movie.
All right.
Super adorable. My
Little
niece
torn
loves
on
it.
Moving on, boys.
Kids love it. It's great. Moving on.
Kids love the balls.
I think
dude.
the resolution's kind of weak, as
Yeah,
I've said
it's
before.
not-
Oh, yeah,
with
we should
all
talk about
Ghibli
one.
movies.
I think this is my least favorite Ghibli movie so far, if I had to
You're
say it.
stupid. Oh my
I just
God.
feel like the message was so
Soft.
Like, yeah, it was so soft and like,
It was just like, eh.
you know, I mean,
guess.
it was a fine movie. It wasn't bad. I just compared to the other Ghibli movies though, it's like, oh, you know, like some of them are really like masterpieces, and this one was just like pretty good. You
It's
know?
a total.
It was light.
What
it was
exactly
nice.
what it is a movie for like 8 to 10-year-olds, maybe maybe
Sam.
even younger.
Just kidding.
That's not an insult
And-
to me. I don't fucking care.
And so, okay, we'll say like 5 to 8. It's for those that
5
8
to
kids
8.
to be like, hey, be considerate of the environment.
Okay, so like 6
And
to
that's it.
10 months.
That's all that. Yeah, it's like 6 to 10 months.
But it's so adorable. Like the
You know-
fucking raccoons, man. And
No,
oh my
I'm saying
God.
it's kind of good and interesting, but it's like it's made for that age group.
Yeah, fine.
And as much as
whatever.
if you're
Yeah,
outside
it's a
of
kids
it,
movie. It's a
and
kids
like
movie.
the reality is, it
definitely
just
is.
can't resonate with me that much because
Yeah.
I'm not the target audience, and I get that. I understand that.
Yeah, not my cup of tea.
I
not my cup
enjoy.
of
I
animal.
personally
When-
enjoyed the magic of the giblets here. I enjoyed the magic of
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah,
giblets
yeah.
and the magic
magic
of the
seems
nuts. I enjoyed the magic of the nuts.
They like turned into all the Japanese folklore, like yokai and all that. They had like the parade.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was
Yeah.
sweet. I like that part.
That whole part felt stupid to
And
me
then
because it wasn't. Their goal was to scare people, and they didn't do shit that was scary for most of it.
Yeah, because it's a kids movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
but I
it's a
mean,
kid
They're
like,
gonna do, like,
as a
bite someone's head
plan,
off?
it seems kind of bad to go with the plan of scaring people and instead start it like, look at this wonderful parade.
Well, it was
Yeah,
only
they thought-
parade
they
because
thought it was a publicity
you have,
stunt.
Yeah,
you have to
because, like, the
draw.
theme park
you have
guy
to draw
took
them in,
credit.
and then you scare the shit out of them.
That's after the fact, Nick. We're talking about the plan that the
You have to
raccoons
draw
put
them
together,
in.
the Tanukis.
Got to draw them all in, and then you scare
Yeah.
the shit out.
Okay.
All right, so once
We should move
again,
on, though. We should
once
move
again,
on.
Coke is a bitch. So, anyways, moving on. Pompo was great. I'll give my
Whisper
rating
of
at
the
end.
Heart.
Whisper of the Heart.
Whisper
Go
of
ahead.
the Heart.
Is
Who's
this Mac doing
No,
this?
Mac is doing Princess Mononoke.
I can do Whisper of the Heart. So I had not seen this movie before this. I had seen The Cat Returns, which is like a semi-sequel-ish type situation. Involves the Baron. Which
Oh,
is,
yeah.
It does.
And
I
the
haven't seen
Baron's
that
not
one yet.
really a character in this. Mostly.
Yeah.
Whatever. I've seen The Cat Returns, which is attached to this. And one thing I want to point out with just this show. So it's like she's a writer and she's writing things. And early on, she's writing lyrics for a song. And I was watching the dub, and it's like Country Road by
You uncultured
somebody.
fuck. You better get this right.
I remember recognizing the
It's
name
Leonard
when I saw it in
Skinner,
the
boy.
credits.
I don't know.
But whatever. It's
should-
by
we
a
should look it up.
person.
Okay, no, I'm
And
gonna
there's
stop
a-
you right. I'm gonna stop you right
say
fucking here. Okay, right fucking
I
here.
totally
you're getting
recognized
stopped.
it when I saw it.
The original version of this song was done by John Denver. Get it fucking straight.
Yeah, but the one that they're doing
Yeah,
it.
there we go,
is
John Denver.
not
Actually,
by-
the original composition that they base that off of is John,
John
Denver.
Denver. Yeah, it sounded. I've heard it before.
They vary a
Everyone's
little
heard
bit
it.
No,
with
but
it.
the one that they actually have in the movie.
Yes.
Well, they changed it to like Tokyo, but whatever.
All right,
No, the
fine,
one that-
yeah.
They actually have the song in the movie.
So
Yeah, they
now
do
that
both.
I'm sure.
Anyway,
I'm sure.
so
they
now that
have
I'm
Matt's
sure
that.
cool with
Quokka
you,
was
yeah.
listening to it and was like, "Oh, what is this gay ass song? It's not Taylor Swift."
No, it wasn't that. I enjoyed it. It was fine. My thing was I had to go and check the sub version because I wasn't sure if this was one of those localized things
Super.
or if that was actually the song.
And it's actually
that's-
the song.
It was actually the song because it just kind of seems like it's not the
Did they
song,
have, like,
a song
crappy
that they would
English
put
when they sang
into
it?
something like that.
Did they do the English?
They changed in and
they
out of
sang
Japanese
the lyrics
and
in
English.
Japanese. So they did the English
Oh,
only for the
yeah.
words that they don't have in Japanese, which then at that point isn't really truly English because that's just
Like toilet.
borrowing words.
Toilet.
Toilet.
They just say toilet.
All
Toilet.
right, anyways,
Toilet.
Anyway,
please,
yeah,
go
move on.
ahead.
Okay, yeah, so we got this girl. She's like wanting to be a writer and shit. She reads a bunch of books. I guess she doesn't really want to be a writer at the beginning. She just kind of sort of maybe has that idea. And she reads lots
Yeah,
of
she's a
books.
kook.
And she starts noting this one guy's name in all of the books that she gets. And she's like, damn, this guy's interesting. I wonder if I can meet this guy. And lo and behold, she meets the guy, but she doesn't know it's that guy until way later, right?
Oh yeah.
And he
Got
like is what she perceives as being a dick because he's kind of being standoffish, the cool guy, right? But anyway, she's on a train. She sees a fat ass cat come up next to her with a big ass balls, and she follows him. And he goes and harasses a dog, and then shows up at an antique shop. And this girl goes in the antique shop, makes friends with the owner, sees the Baron as a statue, talks about shit. Later finds out this guy, this fucking asshole guy, is that guy's grandson or something. And is also the guy that has been checking out all the books. Like, what? Mind blown. But he makes violins, and he's going to go off to Italy right after they start to decide that maybe they're going to be in a relationship or something. And he goes off to Italy, and she's like, I'm going to write this book because he's so cool. He's going off pursuing his dreams. I'm going to write this book. I'm going to skip school. I'm going to fail all my tests. I don't even care. I'm not even going to high school because I'm a badass middle schooler that's going to write a book about the Baron. That's the cat. So then she writes a book.
Yeah, that's most of the movie.
That's the
I mean,
movie.
there's like a lot of, what is it, like little scenes and character moments where she's
Yeah,
arguing
it's
with
a
her
very-
family about like ruining her
Yeah.
life and shit.
It's kind of
Which
compared
she
to a
doesn't.
lot of Ghibli movies. It's closer to along the lines of that one, where it's the old person talking about their
Only
life
Yesterday?
and stuff.
Only
Yeah,
Yesterday.
kind
That
of a
one
bit
was
more like that.
Oh,
in
that
regards
was a much
to it's
better
like
version of this, in my
yeah.
opinion.
where it's very much just those simple life interactions. It just happens to have a little bit more going on.
It's like a slice of life, pretty much.
But then she like writes the book, he reads it and comes back or something, and they she gives him a handy in the stairwell.
Yeah, Seiji. So Shizuku's the girl, Seiji's the boy, and then Shiro's the grandpappy. And she talks to the grandpa, and he like helps her work through some of her problems and stuff, and then she just like
And then they start a
gives dry
band in their
wristies
basement.
to the guy. Oh yeah, the band.
That was really like when I was watching it, and he comes in and is like, "I need to talk to you," and then she's like, "We need to go," and they start walking up the stairwells. I'm like, and that's when she gives him a sad hand job.
A lot of balls and hand jobs
Anyway,
in Ghibli movies.
So this was directed by
that never
Yoshifumi
happened, by the
Kondo.
way. The hand.
Directed
That
by Kondo.
Yeah, Kondo, he
screenwritten by
died.
Hayao Miyazaki.
He died a
Yeah.
year
So-
after
So
this
the
movie
director
came out.
died. He
Yeah.
actually died from overwork, and it caused Miyazaki to retire in 1998 for
The first time.
short. Yeah, for the first time, he pulled a Brett Favre, and like
He
He's come
actually
back 6
died
times.
of aortic dissection,
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
shit.
overwork.
That's
Jap-
fucking tough.
all Japanese people die of overwork.
so it's not really
Aortic
overwork.
dissection is where you can be like mostly fine, and then you just die in like 3 seconds.
Anyway,
it's
what
like
I was-
it's like crib death, except for people. Old
Anyway,
people.
what I was gonna say was this was one of the ones that didn't get dubbed until way later. Like
Yeah, because it wasn't as good.
yeah,
I
2012.
mean, let's be honest, it wasn't as good.
Yeah.
So there were
I mean,
the voice
it's like
actors
Poko, but I don't know.
were a lot of Disney took a hold of it, and there was Brittany Snow was Shizuku, Carrie Ewells was Baron Humbert, and there's David Gallagher, Ashley Tisdale is in it. Yeah, so
Ashley Tisdale.
That sounds like such a porn star name. Like
Sweet Life is
it's
Cody.
crazy.
Ashley
Ashley
anyway,
Tisdale.
I like this movie. I think this movie's cool.
Yeah, I think it's fine. But here's the thing: like we've already watched Only Yesterday, and that had like a kind of a not the same premise, but a similar one where the girl's trying to just like figure out her life and stuff. And it like Only Yesterday by Sao Takahata was just like so much better. I don't know. This one in Poko, I was watching them and I'm just like, man, compared to the other Ghibli movies, man.
No, man.
Because I mean, this
you're
had the
just a
same
square.
problem as Poko, where it was so like kind of one track. She's like, I want to follow my dream and write this book, and then she does, and she gets with the guy, and then it also felt like maybe it was the dub or the translation or whatever, but it felt a little bit like the script wasn't. It was a little
Finished?
bit awkward in places. Like at the end of the movie, yeah, like the ending of it was not like as cathartic as I wanted it to be, and like the guy and her were like. They went up onto this hilltop and had a really nice view and everything, and then they didn't.
Dry Risty.
Yeah, it's just like the dialogue in that scene to me felt a little bit rushed or
Nick,
silted or
now you
something.
know how I
don't
feel
know.
about basically every Ghibli movie.
Okay, well, this is not the best. I mean, this isn't the best example.
No, I'm saying
though.
that thing that you're talking about, like that feeling that you have. That's how I feel about basically every Ghibli movie.
Well, you'd be wrong in a lot of cases, but you'd be right in this case. This movie was just not as good.
I'm saying how I feel. How I feel is
That's
not.
fine. Well, that's how I feel about Kimi no Nawa. So fuck off.
Oh no, well that's just wrong.
That
Oh
is
my
just
God,
wrong.
Here we go.
Kimono
right,
Friends
so-
is better.
So I mean, so we'll give our ratings at the end again, and let's go on to Princess.
Let's move on to the
Mononoke,
good shit. boys.
which is probably the best out of these three.
Oh, it's one of the best Ghibli movies for sure.
It is.
It's
it is
the
one
best
of
Ghibli movie.
It is
that's
one of
arguable.
the best Ghiblies.
That's arguable.
It's
It
one of
is
the best Ghiblies.
best Ghibli movie so far that we've watched.
I don't know about that.
It's close. It's top 3, I'd say. It
Out
might
of
be
all the
one.
ones we watched?
I'd have to look at them.
Out of all the ones we watched, I could say maybe.
Dude, I need to see Princess Kaguya. I'm fucking hyped for that one, but I haven't seen
well,
it.
I'm just saying. I think Koga's just saying out of so far. Like
I don't know.
the ones we've watched so
Totoro
far.
is really fucking good.
Nah, Cole didn't like that one.
Totoro's good. I know I really like
Tokoro.
Totoro, but
God, he's like
Tokoro.
butchering the name
Tokoro.
already. Put a little respect on it.
Tokoro's a different Japanese word.
Anyway,
Raid of the
Mononoke Hime
Fireflies?
is the best one that we've watched so far.
Dude,
So-
only yesterday was pretty good. Not okay.
1997's Princess Mononoke. Mac, go ahead.
Okay, so yes, Princess Mononoke. He ain't quote.
Oh my God.
Princess Mononoke
Cat.
came out in 1997. Of course, directed by the Hayao Miyazaki, also written by him.
Bam.
So shit's
Yeah,
gonna
he
get
made it
real.
up as he went along too.
Shit's gonna
Like,
get real. So
He literally made up the story as he went along.
the
That's
the
how people
basic
make
the
stories,
basic
Nick.
idea of this is it takes place kind of like in the Muromachi period, I guess you could say, of Japan.
Like one of the feudal. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was
Early
around the
feudal.
feudal time. Yeah, it was around
Early
the feudal
feudal.
times.
Really
And
early
it starts
feudal.
out seeing a little village, village people doing village stuff. And all of a sudden this cursed monster shows up. This cursed monster just shows up, and the guy who you very quickly figure out is MC-kun is like, "Oh shit, I got to save the villagers. I got to save the villagers." So he does, but he also gets cursed by the
giant
like a boar.
the giant
Yeah.
boar god thing that's been
Covered in
cursed.
worms.
And
In
it's
the
covered,
Shikachou.
and it is
should get the
covered
proper
with
names for these
It is
things.
covered with
This is-
worms.
Yeah, I just
His,
said it.
his
Inu
name is
Shikachou.
Nago, actually.
Yep, Nago.
Ashitaka's
Yes.
the boy.
Ashitaka is the boy. I just called him MC-kun.
Let's not
So-
do that.
So MC-kun goes
Jesus
and talks to
Christ.
the elders, or the wise people. I guess
This
you could
isn't
call
a
them
generic
elders.
battle harem, Mac. Like, you can at least say his fucking name. God.
So MC-kun finds out he has to go on a journey to find out where Nago came from and maybe get healed. So
He
he, goes
gets kicked
on,
out of the village.
Exactly.
Yeah, they
so
banned
And there's
Banished
this
him.
little endearing
So
scene with
he's
his little
going-
sister giving him her crystal dagger so that he'll remember her, even though she's barred from being able to
All
see
right,
him
please.
when she leaves.
Please let Mac finish. God.
bitch. I swear to God, I'm
Shut
gonna keep
up,
calling
man.
him MC-kun if you keep interrupting
Shut
me.
up.
I don't mind you saying that.
Okay,
shut up.
so MC-kun finds out that his cursed arm that he got cursed, from Nago, actually gives him like superhuman strength, but he's eventually gonna die from it because it's spreading and causes him pain and all that other shit.
Not just superhuman strength, but his
Not just
arrows
super-
become super powerful.
Well,
He
yeah,
shoots one guy's sword, and it rips the guy's arms off.
Let's just let Mac.
Yeah, this
Continue.
movie has
How
got a
about
lot
that?
of gore in it.
It does have a lot of blood and
I-
gore. It does
It does not have
shy
much
away
blood and gore.
For a Ghibli movie, it does.
for a
It-
Ghibli movie.
It has super fantasy violence because most of the wounds don't even bleed, except when it scratches. Scratches bleed, major wounds don't.
I don't know, man. That scene with all the boars was pretty bloody.
Yeah, but that's because it was scratches.
Dude, the
lots of
princess had
scratches.
blood in her mouth and she was
Yeah, and
spitting it at him.
spitting
Yeah,
that
but I
blood, no
mean,
problem.
everybody's got to
So,
get the red wings
anyways,
somehow.
Anyways, MC-kun goes on his journey. He eventually comes to this iron town, and they hear. He goes into it, and he hears about this.
Well, no, he meets the princess first, right? Because he saves
At
like
the river.
Oh
what
yeah,
happens
that
is
is
the-
right.
the
He does meet
wolves-
her at the river. Yeah.
the wolf gods
yeah.
and the princess are like battling against the head whore lady. What's her name?
the head whore lady.
She's
God,
pretty
what is
cool.
her
I don't know why you
She's
call her
fucking
a
badass.
whore.
She had
Lady
great voice
Ibashi.
actors, too.
Lady
Lady
Ibashi.
Ibashi, voiced by Minnie Driver.
Ibashi.
Yeah,
Yes.
and Minnie Driver did a really good job on that, by the way. But
She
like,
did.
yeah, so they're like fighting the wolves in the wilderness, and then they go back to the fortress, and then Ashitaka finds 2 injured soldiers and brings them back, and he meets the princess in the meantime.
Correct. Thank you.
That's
for,
actually like that matters.
Thank you for the correction, because I had it. I had a different order in my mind.
Actually, no. Before that, he meets.
It's 11:30 at night.
Yeah, before that, he meets the Bo Jiku, like this crazy fighter guy, like gorilla dude, right? He's got the big mole on his face, and he's eating rice. and
No, he
speaking
met
all
them.
foul-mouthed.
He met him in the first village he came to.
Yeah.
and he becomes important later on. Very important later on.
Yeah, he's like the first character he meets, I think.
So, anyways, take what Nick said. Goes to the Iron Town, blah blah blah, because he saves those people, and all that shit. And then he,
The Iron Town's like filled with geisha girl or former geisha girls who are like put to work building iron, or iron ore or something like that.
We don't know if they were geishas or not. We just know they were prostitutes.
Well, they were former prostitutes. Anyway, they're not anymore, and they're all like boisterous and
Basically, it's Pretty Woman.
Walking down the street.
sort of.
Roy Orbison, look it up. Anyways.
they got soldiers, ladies. Lady
So while he's
Iboshi,
there, he's talking to Lady
Iboshi, Ibashi.
he's talking to Lady Ebishi, and
Oh God.
Lady Ebisu.
she throws down her version of the truth about San.
Oh my
That's the
God.
Princess Mononoke.
Gonna lose so many listeners. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
we're
I'm-
like disgracing
I'm
this
gonna-
movie. This is
I'm sorry.
so bad.
I'm sorry.
Like,
Okay.
oh my
I'm
God.
sorry. Okay. So Lady Iboshi also explains that San, there, I said it right, gives the backstory about San.
San.
So next off, San, she's doing her stuff. You have this little scene where the wolves are running down the hill from all the land that these iron workers have cleared off, looking for their iron ore. She manages to get into the iron town, and she's basically trying to kill Lady Eboshi. But lo and behold, MC Kun intervenes because he doesn't want to
Ashitaka.
see. Yes, MC Kun. He doesn't want to kill anybody. He's not really trying to do that.
Yeah, he prevents the two girls from fighting, or the two femme fatales from fighting, and then he walks out the village, and one of the call girls accidentally shoots him, and he's bleeding, but then he pushes open the gate like a badass because his demon powers give him extra strength.
He's got retard strength.
Yeah, he's got retard strength. No, he leaves the village with her, and he goes into the woods with the spirit, the super mega spirit god, and the healing water. Right, Sam? What's the spirit god's name? Jesus Christ!
It's the deer
Not-
god.
It's not the Kodama. It's just the spirit of the forest. It's just
The
the spirit.
Kodama, the Kodama are
The
just
Kodama
just
is
called
a
the-
little sprite.
Yeah, it's just called the forest spirit. The forest spirit. Yeah. So he gets healed by that and her, and they get closer to each other, as sort of because she's I don't want to call her a tsundere, but she's all kind of sun almost. She's just really.
I wouldn't say
violent.
she's a tsundere at all.
No, not really. She's just pretty violent, but so yeah, they meet it, and then they part ways in the woods later on after he heals, and now I'm a little fuzzy.
There's a lot of things that happen in this movie.
This movie is 2 hours and 10 minutes long, and we
and this movie never stops.
should have taken better notes, to be fair, but yeah,
It's just too late at night. I can't.
I'm just
fucking
looking. I'm just
focus.
looking it up right now.
Basically, where you left off.
Oh yeah, the boar clan.
The boar clan comes in, and the blind boar god Okoto, he's the big one out of all of them. He comes in there and he's like, "We're gonna save the forest." So they get ready for the battle and everything, and it just turns into a massive, huge fucking bloodbath. I mean, absolutely massive. And pretty much all of them get annihilated except for Okoto because he got shot. And then, of course, what happens to Nago, the earlier boar god, happens to him. And he gets corrupted and goes absolutely mad. Crazy shit. But while this is happening, because multiple things are happening at once, the man who was mentioned earlier, Chikobo. Yeah. That's him, right?
Chikobu.
Chikobu. Is that how you say it? He's been given orders from the Emperor of Japan because the Emperor of Japan wants that forest spirit god's head because it grants immortality. So he gets this crazy idea to get all of his troops, and they take the pelts off of the boar and use that to mask their scent. So they're following Okoto, who is basically leading them into the center of the forest where the spirit god is, or where the forest god is. The forest spirit, forest god, spirit.
Shishigami. Yeah.
Yes, Shishigami. He basically leads them right to him because he's hurt. He wants help. So they, of course, encounter San, who tries to help Okoto, but it doesn't really all go to plan.
Yeah, she gets corrupted by she tries to save the boar, and she's corrupted herself, and then Ashitaka tries to save her, and he gets her out of there barely. Or no. I mean, his curse is worsened than hers.
And she
gets
gets
cursed.
cursed. Yes.
Yeah, and then the forest spirit, what it does is it kills the corrupted boar and Moro, and then it transforms, and eventually Eboshi and Jikobo and all them, they go up to the forest spirit and they kill it, or like they decapitate it. Actually, they don't kill it. Because they're trying to take the forest spirit's head and like sell it or something like.
No, it's for the emperor, like I said
for the
earlier,
emperor,
because
essentially
it
selling
grants
it
immortality
to grant themselves like higher
or
status.
so they
and all
say.
that. Yeah, and basically what happens is like
everything bad that could
the head
go
is
wrong
stolen,
goes
the
wrong.
forest and stuff
It's like,
begins to die.
It's like somebody flips the switch on Murphy's Law. Everything begins to die. Anything that the blood that comes out of the body that's looking for its head, it's just everything, just death. Everything. Like everything's dying. It's a huge catastrophe. The forest is dying. The little sprites, the Kodama with the like shaker heads that are absolutely awesome. I love the Kodama, by the way.
Yeah, those are kawaii.
Yeah, pretty much.
I really like those actually. Those are cool.
Actually, my friend in Colorado, Chrissy, she loves Ghibli films, and she works at a head shop. And she used to work at a different head shop before, and they had these glass pieces that had Kodamas like around them. They were dab.
Are you
They're
serious?
so cute.
That's
I'm
awesome.
dead, I'm dead serious. Yeah, I should find a picture of it.
I liked
And,
when he was carrying the one guy, and then they walk by and they're carrying each other.
I don't smoke, by the way, but like for people who do, they might love that shit. I don't know, but yeah. Freaking,
we just spent way too long summarizing that. I mean, what happens is like
we did.
They retrieve
Well,
the
the
forest
problem is that
spirit's
there's
head.
so much going on with this.
Yeah,
Like, there's
honestly,
so
we should just
much.
read the wiki. We should have just read the wiki like verbatim. That would have saved time. But like, the forest spirit's head is returned. The forest heals. Kodama and all them vow to build a better town, and the forest begins to grow again. And Ashitaka and San, want to meet up with each other later on.
Well,
He's going to help.
let's just get in to like how we feel about it.
So like, what are like the themes and how do we feel and all of that? Like, why is Princess Mononoke good? Like, why?
Oh, I think the story is just really good. Number one. Number two, the themes of the environment and the themes of sexuality and disability are present too. And I think that in industrialization, there's just a lot of good stuff that they put into it, but still had a good story.
Oh, the story was excellent. Somehow, Hayao Miyazaki, the madman, crammed all of this stuff into one movie, which, granted, it was 2 hours and 14 minutes.
And it didn't
long
feel
movie,
like it didn't feel propaganda-ish,
and it
like the way
didn't
they did.
feel like it was a 2 hour and
it
14
wasn't
minute movie.
heavy-handed.
Like
A lot of stuff
the pacing was consistent. A lot of stuff
It was
happened.
fast. It was fast.
Yes, it was consistently fast, which is good. Whenever you have that really fast pace, keep the fast pace.
As opposed to Poko, like even earlier when I was talking about, I was like, yeah, this movie's really long. Even though this movie's longer, Poko seems longer because it's showing like, the history of the raccoons up until
there's a narrator too, and it's just
it was slower. Yeah, it's definitely way slower.
yeah.
But anyway,
I mean, the thing with Princess Mononoke is it had such a huge budget and it was so revolutionary because it came out in 1997, and they used, I think their budget was like $23 million, or it was more than that. It was a lot, and for an animated film, that's like
right.
a crap ton. That's more than most films. And this film, like, I watched these movies and I watched some other stuff, and it's just like Princess Mononoke just like crushes everything in terms of animation. Like this is probably like it's probably like a top 5 or top 10 animated movie ever made. Like
it
easily.
definitely is.
I mean,
it definitely is.
You got like Akira, you got Redline, you got a bunch of other stuff, and then Princess Mononoke's up there too.
Yeah.
Princess Mononoke is an excellent movie. It
was
really
$23.5 million, and it made $159.4 million.
Yeah, it was a huge hit, and like what they did is to make it look really good. They used like some CG. It was like 10% of it was CG, and you can tell in some of the scenes, but even the scenes that's hard to tell. They like enhanced it, and Miyazaki didn't like doing that, but without doing that, it would not have turned out the same. Like, there's just so much like fluidity and like motion, and everything's all crisp and perfect. It's so good.
So an example of what Nick was saying about
Like the beginning of the movie when she's riding through the woods, and you can see like the beams of light like the tree leaves, have the shadows and like the beams of light and all that. It's just like it's like a real person's going through.
Well, an example of what Nick was talking about too, the 3D rendering was used on the writhing demon flesh.
Yeah,
on
it was used on
Ashitaka's
that.
arm, and then it was
And on the
composited
board at the beginning.
It was composited on the hand drawn Ashitaka, which is they made it look so smooth.
And the scenes like when they're in the Iron Village and the girl and San's running up to attack Lady Eboshi, that's part CG too, because like it takes this first person angle and like zooms in on her. It's really sweet. Like
yeah.
Yeah, just the cinematography in this is
this
phenomenal.
had really good.
It's
really
phenomenal
good directing.
cinematography. With this movie, though, one of my favorite parts about this is the dynamic between San and Ashitaka. That the dynamic is perfect between those two characters and how it's done, because it never really becomes too gaudy like a lot of movies or shows do with relationships.
Oh, like melodrama and stuff. Yeah, no.
I just
Yeah,
want to
it
say
doesn't-
this movie has a fucking proper resolution to it, and I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, it has a climax. It has falling action and all that. It's
And the prologue
resolution.
is a proper prologue and not melded directly into the action.
Right.
Right.
So, I mean, I think this was the probably the best of the 3 we talked about today.
It's not
It's
probably
the best
Sam.
of the ones that we've talked about.
So far.
Stop saying probably. This is easily
Pom
the
Poko's
is.
the shit.
It is the best
No.
out of it.
Okay,
Sorry,
so
dude.
let's
It's
rate
so
them
much
all.
better than Pom Poko.
Well, Nick's a fat fart.
Okay,
Anyway,
we're getting to
Okay.
have like too many movies to have to rate every episode. Let's
yeah,
just rate
I don't
the
know if we
3
need. Yeah,
that we
I don't
do,
think we
and
need
then
to
we'll
do that
cover.
all
We can
the
go
time.
back
And then in the
and
last
sort 'em all.
episode, we'll cover them all.
that's
we-
what we've been doing.
Yeah,
Actually,
Well,
last
the
episode,
first
no, we
two-
rated them all.
because it's just gonna get repetitive. Anyway, yeah. Let's. So
Yeah.
out of these 3, are we gonna rank them like just say like, generally how we felt? However you guys want to do it.
Wait, so we're rating the 3 movies we talked about today, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we've been doing.
Actually, no. Last episode we did them
Well,
all.
before we would like rank everyone that we've seen so far, but I feel like
Mhm.
that's gonna get repetitive. So
That will. And
After
it's
we
gonna,
rated the 3. Okay, all right, whatever. Let's just rate the 3. Okay.
so just the 3, and then at the end we'll do everything. Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, at the last episode we'll do everything.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Let's just rate the 3 right now then, which is what we've
Yes.
been doing too.
That thing. Yes.
Okay, listen. Mononoke, I think, is a solid
Princess
10.
Mononoke. We can't confuse it with the other anime
Mononoke
called
Hime.
That's right.
Mononoke.
Mononoke Hime.
Mononoke
This is
Hime.
Mononoke. I think it's a solid 10 out of 10. I'm just going to say it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue that. I mean, I don't rate it a 10, but it's good.
Well, fuck you.
Okay.
Oh,
And
dude, I just
okay.
interrupted Sam's thing. Sorry, Sam.
No, I was just
fucked
rating it.
We don't have to give it numbers. We can give it fucking Cheerios and shit. Whatever. However you want to go. It
Oreo, double stuffed Oreo.
3
Here we
fucking oranges out of an apple, dude.
I'd
Come on.
give it a Nutter Butter.
go. Nutter Butters, dude.
He
about
said
with
Give it a
nut.
number. I don't care. It's cool.
What about Whisperer of the Fart?
Wait. No, you give your ranks, and then the rest of us give your ranks. This
Oh,
is-
okay. Whisperer of the Fart. I probably give like, I don't know, 6 out of 10. It's good. Pom Poko.
12 out of 10.
Pom Poko, I do admit that I have a bias because I love furry animals and I love cuddling with
And
all
you
my
love
stuffed
giant
animals.
ball sack.
he likes cuddling with giant ball sacks.
Mac and Quokka and Nick have been in my bedroom. They've seen my nets of stuffed
And your
animals.
giant ball sack in the basement.
Shut up! I love Pom Poko.
That is a
I'm gonna
large
give it-
ball sack in the basement, though. Just
Pom
saying.
Poko is 8 out of 10 for me, and I would rate it 10 out of 10, but it's pretty slow and just it feels really long, so that's the only reason I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10, but I give it 8 out of 10 for sure.
Gotcha.
Mac.
All right, so I'm gonna go the
I went
other
ba-
way
I went-
around.
I went
I'm gonna go the
backwards,
other
yeah.
way around. I'm gonna go by year. So first, I'm gonna cover Pom Poko. I thought it was an enjoyable watch, but it wasn't really anything special or anything to write home about. You know, it's a couple giggles here and there. But it's still enough to have fun with, and it's still got that little bit of Ghibli magic to it. I'm gonna give Pom Poko probably a 7 out of 10, and that's a generous 7 out of 10. Very
Yeah.
generous 7 out of 10. Whisper of the Fart. I'm not gonna lie, I got massive nostalgia boners with this movie. Like, the whole time, it was a massive nostalgia boner because of Take Me Home Country Road by John Denver. I mean, that song was such a pivotal part of me growing up. It really was. It was phenomenal. But as far as the actual story goes in the movie and how the movie goes, it does have some problems. It really felt dragged out at times, like really dragged out. The character a little bit too transparent for my taste. I could have done more work with the characters. But the overall theme, really simple theme. They didn't majorly bone anything. They really didn't. The conclusion, that scene at the end was really pretty, but I like how it wasn't, I love you. It was, hey, you want to get married, and then I love you. It was no, proper confession. It's like, hey, yo, I'm back from Italy. Let's get married. Want a bone?
That's so stupid. Aren't they like 14?
Yeah. And they're 14. I mean, that's
Well,
not enough time to grow
puppy
close
love,
to
dude.
somebody to
Yeah,
say
but
this.
love.
As
Young
a
love.
as a kid, like, you don't think.
Yeah, but the
you
jump
know?
to marriage,
Whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah,
that's
they
a
jump
little-
straight to marriage. There's no relationship. It's just like, hey, let's get married. So
Yeah.
overall,
I mean, so you know how quick I
overall
am
with
with
Whisper of the
relationships.
Fart,
It's more of a promise. It's not like they do get married. It's more of like they vow to marry each other. Later
I'd
or
say because of the problems Whisper of the Fart has, seriously, if I was rating it seriously, I would give it either a 6 or a 5, depending on my mood. Because of the nostalgia boners, I'm probably going to have to give it a 7 because I love that song. And that scene where they're singing and the little band joins in, that's really cool, and I love it. So
just to clarify, what is a 5 to you out of 10? Is that like average or what?
yes.
Okay. So it's not like
Because-
some people.
because
Some people are
5
like 5, 50%. That's a fail. It's like, well, if it is, then okay. But
No,
I'm
I use
just
I use
calibrating.
the proper number scale that is common sense to use, Nick. Anyways, so Princess Mononoke, I mean, what else can I say about this? This movie was fantastic.
That
It
caressed your
never
heartstrings.
felt slow. A blink of the eye and the movie will be done. It has you on the
It
edge of your
warmed
seat, and
heartworms.
it's absolutely fantastic. Princess Mononoke, no question, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, you got it.
Quokka?
Mononoke was great. The other ones weren't that good.
Agree with Quokka. Yeah. So I'll expand on that a little bit. I mean, Mac already you guys both all explained it.
I mean,
I don't
give
have
my
the-
thoughts on them throughout. The
Yeah,
episode.
I don't have the bias that Mac and Sam do toward their specific fetishes. So,
You
I'm
just
gonna
have
give-
the bias of liking terrible crap.
hey, I like good shit. Put a little
See,
respect on my
whenever,
Yoiga, all
At
right?
least whenever I gave bias, I gave this is me looking at it critically,
I
and this is
see.
me bias.
I know, I understand. I'm not like hating on you for it, but okay. So for me, Whisper of the Heart and Poko both about a 5 out of 10 average, maybe a little bit above. Princess Mononoke, like I could give it a 10, but I have certain other things given a 10 that I think are better. So yeah, I give it
Blasphemy.
like a strong 8 to a light 9. And it's but that's like insanely good. Like I only have maybe a dozen things that are a 9, so that's like really good. And I mean the reason for that is that Princess Mononoke had more depth. There was more going on, whereas the other two films were very one note.
Yeah, Mononoke
And
was really busy. It's really busy.
There were multiple themes going on. Like the main character Ashitaka had his own like. His own pathos and stuff. Like people didn't really expect anything out of him. He got like, he never really caught a break until the end, and it was just like, there's just like a lot going on, like a lot to dissect there, and it looked great. Like honestly, on the art alone, like I watched the first 5 minutes of Princess Mononoke, and I'm like, this is already better than those other two films combined. Like I'm sorry, but it is combined. The first 5-10 minutes of Princess Mononoke are already better. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not trying to throw shade on those other stuff. Like what you like. Obviously, Sam loves Poko. Mac likes the songs and all that. And I mean, I just love I love the art of Princess Mononoke. It looks really great. It's one of the best Ghibli movies. It might be my favorite at the end. I don't know. I'd have to look and watch them all and think about it.
Best Ghibli movie.
It's up there. It's pretty
It's
good.
up there. It's
real
up
good.
there with Totoro right now with me, anyways. It's up
same
there with
here.
Totoro.
One.
I mean, yeah.
Up
Like,
your butt. Well,
yeah.
Quokka doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't.
but I mean,
No, I think-
we've already kind of given some thoughts on them.
If it doesn't
Okay.
have lolies, I don't like it.
It did
I'm
have lolis.
I'm
Son was a
Quokka
loli.
and I eat veggie burgers.
Son was a loli. And yeah, what's wrong with black bean burgers, son? It's not veggie burgers. Legumes aren't veggies.
This fucking bitch comes to Minnesota
Legumes
and
aren't-
orders a black bean burger.
It's not a veggie burger,
burger,
though.
Total respect on black beans, Sam. All right, they're like the
And
Right?
Kodamas.
No, hey.
No, I legit
Of
like. I don't.
food.
I like it in itself. It's
I
not like
love-
if I liked the burger better there, which I love their
Listen.
burgers, I would get
Listen.
it. But the black bean burger's fantastic.
I grew up in a Mexican household. I eat frijoles negros all the time, just not in burger form. Okay.
Negros means black, by the way.
Yeah.
we-
yeah.
Hang on. What?
Hey,
what,
when I go to
etymology
Chipotle, I also
for
get
it.
tofu.
hang on. What
How
Spanish?
does that make you feel?
What Spanish word were you saying last episode that was angering Zom?
Oh, La Chancla.
Yeah,
Stop
that.
it, dude. It's not funny.
Isn't that just like a shoe or a sandal?
It's a it's a slipper. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking hurts, dude.
Dude, if Ashitaka threw a La Chancla, that would fucking decapitate you.
It would-
we
it
need
would
to
wreck
wrap this
shit.
up, guys.
He would wreck house.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
He
that
just
was
has a belt.
Ghibli
He has
movies.
a belt of the chocolate.
That was Ghibli movies.
He has like a
Like-
quiver
Go.
of them.
like
Go.
no, like the belt that Chewie wears in Star Wars, but instead of shotgun shells, just sandals all over it.
That was Ghibli movies. Go watch
You
them.
sound really excited, Quoke.
Well, because you keep interrupting me as I say it, so I always feel like it's not going to work. Go watch Gigook's YouTube video called "The Best Thing Anime's Ever Done." It's fantastic,
yeah.
Just watch all of his videos.
and do the things for the contest for the AX tickets that Mac mentioned at the beginning of the show.
Oh
before
yes,
the show
that
started.
that has been extended until Wednesday. Let me get the day. Wednesday the 3rd. You have more time. Enjoy it.
Yeah, do all the things, win some tickets, hang out with us at Anime Expo 2017.
Do it or I'll hit you with La Chancla.
Take it away, Tom. End this.
Do
this
it.
has
Do
been-
it, or you have to
This-
eat a veggie burger.
This has been Anime Summon Podcast. I've been Sam, Quokka, Nick, and Mac.
He's
Wait,
been all of us
You've been all
collectively.
of us.
I've been
Jesus.
all of them at once before.
Human instrumentality, baby.
Wait,
Thank
is that
you.
why I was so sore after the first night?
Hurry up.
Yes.
That's actually the origin of
Have a
Nani
good night.
Sore.
Okay, bye.
Like and sub. Bye.
Nani
I love
Sore.
you.
Twitter.com/blindfreeman.